All right, everybody. Sorry about that. We are now going to go ahead and take you here to our JD Conti, who's going to talk a little bit more about your winter storm aftermath. So, some East Texans in East Texas may have experienced this, or you may have seen some of those lawn companies or roofing companies out and about just helping people pick up the pieces after the ice and snow kind of stuck around all weekend. JD?
Yeah. So there's all kinds of companies, doing a lot of work after the storm. And oh, my phone is still on. Sorry about that. Did not think that was still open. Things happen. Like I said, there's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of companies doing all kinds of work, whether it's plumbing, roofing, which we're going to talk about now after the storm. And one of the things that you might not think about, especially if your house is kind of on the older side, is that our homes down here really aren't built for the winter weather. And when that ice gets up there, especially on the longer side, the couple of days, the ice has been up there for the past couple of days, it can really start to accumulate. And when that happens, what they call ice dams can start to build up in your roof, and it can really start to cause some leakage. So it's good if you notice that in your home, you might really want to get it inspected. So we talked to a local contractor about what they see this time of year and just what they're doing to try and help people with that.
Take a listen.
Cool. Tell me, what does winter look like for y'all, just in general?
It can be difficult. It can be it's different every year. It seems like we have our ups and our downs. Work tends to be a little bit slower, but the jobs tend to be a little bit different.
So what are y'all doing today? This is a standard new roof job.
So today's a pretty standard roof replacement. We're tearing off down to the decking, replacing it with a 30-year shingle. Unfortunately, this roof has 2 layers of shingles that we're tearing off, so it's taking us a little bit longer.
So when we had the storm that we had over the weekend, what's something that you guys can see when that happens?
Typically with the storm that we had, issues that we have are, that ice gets pretty heavy when it hits on the tree limbs, things like that. So we do have a lot of those issues where tree limbs break off and hit the roofs. The big issue that we have is sometimes we have leaking from ice dams, which is created from the sleet or snow that falls on the roof. That's a buildup of snow that starts melting that creates an ice dam, and then from there you get leaking. Yes, sir.
So what's some things that you guys and other professionals can do to help with that?
There's certain things you can do. For example, on this house, when we go back to putting the shingles back on, we go back with what's called an ice and a water barrier. It is for that purpose, so that when you do get that ice dam or things like that, that it prevents from water getting or entering into the interior of the home. So those are things we can do. It's just the material that we put on a roof. Outside of that, you really can't. There's not much you can prevent from happening until you see that there's a problem.
I mean, we're kind of talking about this. Our houses down here really just aren't built for this kind of weather.
Correct. It's a little bit different from our northern friends and how they do their roofs and how they built their houses. We don't expect this type of weather year round. It's here or there when we get it. So we typically don't build homes to accommodate this type of weather.
I mean, is there anything practical we can do if we have another storm that comes like this, to forbid?
Well, it's part of our job, and what we do is when we replace a roof, like I said, it's the materials that we go back with that help prevent those things. So one thing you can do is if you ever get an opportunity where you get to get your roof replaced, look for a good contractor that's going to do those things to help you when it comes to that to this type of weather. Same thing with your builders. If you're building a home, look for those builders that are going to do things to help prevent those problems from happening in the future.
When you guys are out here in winter, do you ever see any lingering things from the fall? Is there anything you can do, before the spring?
Yes, you can. So we go from summer into fall. In the fall, we start losing a bunch of leaves. Here in East Texas, we have a bunch of trees, a bunch of oak trees. So we do lose a lot of leaves that get that fall and get stuck on your roof. So one thing you can do is get on your roof or have someone get on your roof and remove those that debris. Anything from limbs, sticks, leaves, things like that build up on your roof, especially on the valleys of your home. If those stay up there and then we get snow or sleet like we did, it's going to pile up on those leaves and it's going to freeze, and that's what's going to prevent, or that's going to cause leaking in your home. So, I do recommend, if you had maybe your yard guy or somebody to get up there and blow that stuff off and just maintain your roof and keep it clean.
Anything I'm missing?
No, that's really it. I think that's it. Just simple maintenance, things you can do throughout the year, just to keep your roof clean, around your house, things like that, that will prevent from leaking and or causing any damage on the interior.